War is changing, and not just in small ways. We are watching an entire military superpower struggle against an enemy that, on paper, should have been crushed long ago. But here we are. Ukraine, a country many doubted could hold its ground, is now outmaneuvering, outsmarting, and outgunning one of the most feared armies in the world. And how? With technology, intelligence, and sheer determination. Forget tanks. Forget massive artillery barrages. The new battlefield belongs to drones. In this video, we're going to break down exactly why Russia is losing the drone war, how Ukraine is using Starlink, FPV drones, and Western military aid to dismantle Russian forces, and why this war is shaping the future of global conflicts. So grab a seat, because this is going to be intense. Let's get into it. The biggest question is this: how is Ukraine, a country with a much smaller military, able to go toe-to-toe with Russia? The answer isn't just about bravery or strategy, it's about technology. Let's break it down. When Russia invaded Ukraine, they expected a traditional war. Tanks rolling in, airstrikes clearing the way, and troops capturing key cities. But Ukraine didn't fight back traditionally. Instead, they took the war to the digital age. With FPV drones and loitering munitions, Ukrainian forces are wiping out entire Russian units with surgical precision. These aren't just recon drones, they're guided flying bombs, piloted by operators sitting miles away. The drones weave through forests, fly inches above the ground to avoid detection, and then strike when the enemy least expects it. And here's where things get crazy. These drones cost next to nothing compared to what they destroy. An FPV kamikaze drone, a few $1,000s. A Russian T-90 tank, for $1 million. Do you see the problem for Russia? They can't replace losses fast enough. And to make things worse, Ukraine is using Starlink satellite internet to coordinate strikes in real time. Their drones don't just fly blindly, they're backed by an entire network of intelligence and instant communication. This is why Russia is losing entire convoys before they even reach the front lines. The old ways of fighting wars are simply not working anymore. Of course, Russia knows they have a problem, and they've been scrambling for a solution. First, they brought in jamming technology, hoping to disrupt Ukraine's drones mid-flight. But Ukraine adapted, using autonomous drones that don't rely on external signals. Once a drone is locked onto its target, there's no stopping it. Next, they tried to build better air defenses, using anti-aircraft systems to shoot down drones before they get close. But here's the issue. These systems were designed for jets and missiles, not tiny drones flying at treetop level. By the time a Russian soldier sees an incoming FPV drone, it's already too late. And here's where things get really embarrassing. Russia is now resorting to medieval tactics, using welded metal cages on top of their tanks to stop drones from attacking weak spots. But let's be real, when your military strategy involves slapping makeshift armor onto $1 billion war machine, you're already losing. This is why Russia's battlefield losses are piling up. Their soldiers are demoralized, their resources are being drained, and their best generals are being picked off one by precision drone strikes. And yet, the war rages on. Which brings us to the biggest question of all: how does this end? Here's the brutal truth: Russia can't afford to keep losing this war. But they also can't afford to back down. Every day, new military aid from the West strengthens Ukraine's defenses. ATACMS missiles, Abrams tanks, Patriot air defense systems, the list keeps growing. Meanwhile, Russia is bleeding money, troops, and global influence. Even Putin's closest advisors are warning him that time is running out. And then, there's the Ukraine ceasefire proposal. A possible deal? Maybe. But let's be real, neither side is ready to stop. Ukraine has no reason to slow down while they have momentum, and Putin, he can't afford to walk away without a win. So, we're left with a war that has no clear ending. A war that is showing the world just how powerful drones, AI, and digital warfare really are. And if you think this is the last time we'll see a war like this, think again. So, what do you think? Is Ukraine's drone strategy unstoppable? Or will Russia find a way to turn the tide before it's too late? Drop a comment below with your thoughts. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more updates on the war, military strategy, and the future of combat. Because if there's one thing this war is proving, it's that the battlefield will never be the same again. I'll see you in the next one. Stay safe and stay informed. This war isn't just about Ukraine and Russia anymore. The entire world is watching, and every military strategist is taking notes. Because let's be real, this is the first war where drones have completely reshaped the battlefield. Think about it. In previous wars, you needed an air force, thousands of troops, and heavy artillery to make an impact. Now, a single soldier with a remote control can destroy a $10 million tank from miles away. And this isn't just happening in Ukraine. NATO, China, the US, and even smaller nations are now focusing on drone technology. Future conflicts won't be about who has the biggest army, but about who has the smartest, fastest, and deadliest drones.